And we're about to sort of combine two London icons, really. One of them is Leadenhall Market in the city, which is one of London's most beautiful sort of grand, ornate Victorian markets. If you don't know Leadenhall Market, you really should. And it must be, I don't even know what it's like at the moment. I haven't been down there for a while because obviously the city hasn't been particularly functioning. So perhaps that's why they're hooking up with another great London institution, and that is what's known as God's Own Junkyard, which is out in Walthamstow. It is the absolute epicentre of the world of neon. And they're combining the two with an exhibition of God's Own Junkyard at the Leadenhall Market. And to tell us about it, Linda Bracey from God's Own Junkyard is on the line now. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Robert.
So first of all, for people who don't know God's Own, give us the sort of brief lowdown.
Okay, so basically what we've got, Robert, is a collection of over 40 years worth of neon signs. Well, not just neon, but all sorts of signs that we've reclaimed, if you like, from the streets of London, from films, from anywhere that we possibly could. And my husband and I, we stored them for many, many years. Nobody ever saw them, only us. And
was it just a private passion of you two?
It was. It really was. Way before it was fashionable to have these things on display, or even anybody thought of them. They were going in the skips. They were getting smashed up by builders, you know. And we just grabbed what we could. We bought some. We were offered some. We'd turn up and see something coming down off the wall, and we'd beg, steal, and borrow to get the thing. And we just always loved these lovely signs. So we stored them, but of course over many years it was costing us a fortune to store them. And there's always a dream that one day we would be able to put them out on display for people to come and see for free. We didn't want to charge. It was to share our passion, if you like. And it took many years to find the suitable venue, if you like, that could actually put them out on display. So that's how the collection started. The name, who people tend to think relates to religion, but in actual fact it doesn't. The name, because it was, again, a problem. What do we call this? You know, don't want to do something boring. Chris, we were sitting in the office one night and Chris suddenly screamed out, "Eureka!" He'd read about an American architect called Peter Blake, who had written a book criticising the sky signs, you know, the motel signs, the gas station signs.
Yeah, all those beautiful Americana signs.
Yeah, you know, especially through Route 66, saying that they were making God's own country into God's own junkyard. And that was it. That's us. We have these signs.
And you love and cherish them. And I'm sure, you know, because of your passion for them, that you've done all right, because they're quite collectible these days, some of them, aren't they?
They certainly are. You know, I mean, we just love them. We wouldn't sell them, but we're quite happy to put them out on display wherever for free. Yeah.
So where you put them out now is in Leadenhall Market.
It is. What a place.
How did this come about?
Right. Well, we were approached and asked if we would collaborate with the market. There's a kind of I know it sounds a weird thing. I mean, this beautiful, beautiful building, this beautiful market, celebrating 700 years.
700 years, wow.
Yeah, of a market existing on the Leadenhall site.
Yeah.
The current building, I think, was built in around 1881. But the invention of neon was actually in around 1898. So the two things are not that far apart if you
Yeah, we
Look
don't
at it
think
that way.
we don't think of neon as a Victorian invention, do we?
No, not at all. And it was by a British scientist even. How about that? William Ramsay, who found the gases in the air, you see. But it wasn't picked up immediately for like a commercial signage product. That came about in about 1910. A guy called George Claude in France, who produced the first neon sign for a Paris Motor Show, and he used like a long straight red tube, and that was really the very first neon sign on a commercial basis.
Now, the signs that you've got on display at the market are all cinema related, is that right?
They are, yes. Again, to celebrate the opening up of the film industry, if you like, after so many COVID restrictions put a halt to all the production companies and everything, it was decided that being as we had these pieces, why don't we dress up a couple of the empty shops? Why don't we use what we've got to put out on display on specific films, the films that we've worked on. So we did one shop is Judge Dredd, the original one with Sylvester Stallone, which was just mad. It was like over 200 neon signs fitted on the set of Mega City. It was just a crazy, crazy set. Fantastic, it was.
And have you got them all?
No, not all of them, but we do have quite a number of them. Luckily, you get these opportunities where you can either arrange a buyback, where you make specifically to what the film needs on set, and they get it cheaper because you buy it back. Back in those days, we never thought then even that they would become iconic signs. We just did it because we loved the signs. So yeah, that was a crazy, crazy one. And then the other film that we worked on was Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, where we reproduced signage on the set for the Greenwich Village in Manhattan. And again, we brought back a lot of signs from that set. So we was able to have enough to produce a display in another shop. Yeah.
And people can see all of these just by going along to Leadenhall Market.
Yeah. It's the market is an open walk-in market. You can walk in 24 hours a day. The lights are on from about 8 in the morning till midnight. Just go along and have a look. There's explanations of what it's about, posters up for people to read. We've also got a hub, like a pop-up shop there, with a few more signs in the windows there, and we sell some of our other neons in there as well.
And if people come along to your normal kind of showroom out in Walthamstow, how does that work?
We open to the public Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got everything out on display. People are free to walk in and have a walk round. We've got a cafe bar. They can sit, have a coffee, have a cake, have something to eat, have a drink, and just look. Just sit and enjoy the colours.
It sounds... No, I was going to say that. I mean, either of those sound absolutely fantastic. You don't happen to have the Lucasade sign, do you? That Londoners miss and mourn so much.
Oh my God, that one was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No.
How sad.
Isn't that sad? We have done signs for Lucasade, more modern adverts, but more for adverts, but not the original one. Wasn't that a fantastic sign?
Yeah. It was always the way you knew you were back home. If you'd been anywhere and you were coming in from the west, when you saw the Lucasade sign, you thought, "Oh well, I'm home now."
That's it. I'm approaching.
Yeah.
I'm approaching. Get your bag ready.
I think I might have made this up. I think it might have been kept, the Lucasade sign. I think it was kept in a local, like the museum of wherever it is. Yeah, Brentford or somewhere.
Ah, okay. That's one to look up. I'd love to see it again. So hopefully it is. hopefully it is. I'm all for everybody saving these things because, as you say, they have memories, don't they?
Absolutely, they do, and I think they're instantly evocative, aren't they? Those signs,
Yeah.
like the ones from Soho, outside Madame Jojo's and Windmill Court and all of that. I mean,
we worked on all of those.
Did you?
Oh God, yeah. When Chris was a younger chap, I mean, sadly he's not around anymore. He passed away in 2014, but fantastic guy. He worked in an art studio in Soho. And he used to walk through the streets, and he was a little bit disappointed because at the time there was a lot of contemporary 60s, early 70s fascia signs, nothing too much in neon. There was the Raven's View Bar, but he always longed to re-sign the Soho street. And came an opportunity a few years later. He met Paul Raymond and worked with him on a number of shops he had, and then gradually the other establishments, wanted neons and wanted their shops to look as good, if you like. And in the end, Chris he re-signed about 90% of Soho with neon. Yeah, so he brought back the glow to the street, shall we say.
What a wonderful line. It's the glow of the streets, and you can see them at Leadenhall Market, which is it's pretty glamorous anyway, but it must be even more so with your signs.
Well, it lights up. The security guards like it at night. They said, please leave them in.
Oh, talking of leaving them in, how long are they there for?
Yeah, we are there till the end of July.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a couple of months to go and see them.
We've got a little bit of time, loads of time for people to pop along and have a look and come into the shop, have a chat with us. We're there to give information and explain, that's just a couple of what we've done. We've got loads and loads of stories about all sorts of different films we've worked on.
Well, I might well come down and see you. I love Leadenhall Market.
Yes.
I haven't been for ages, so I'll come and pay you a visit, Linda.
Lovely. You can have a beer in the pub next door too.
Perfect. What more could I possibly want? Beer and neon. What a perfect combination.
I know. That is, isn't it?
It really
God.
is. There you go. What a lovely story and what a lovely woman. That was Linda Bracey from God's Own Junkyard, and they've hooked up with the fantastic Leadenhall Market to put on an exhibition of cinematic neons.